And we're back, my friends. It's already completely light out. If we searched this much for Sir Emo without finding him, perhaps he's not here after all. The signal from the transmitter was coming from this area. He and the prisoner have to be somewhere in the space. That's way too big of an area. Why couldn't Yagamu make a more powerful transmitter? It was from the Giftomatic. He didn't have a choice. But there were spots we haven't searched yet, right? Let's look there too. It was then we heard someone calling us from far off.
Hey, everybody! Here, come over here!
What's going on? It's Ato. Did you find something? Is it my dear brother? We all took off at once in the direction of the voice. When we got there, we were greeted by Ato, who looked shaken and pale. What's wrong, Ato? Did something happen? In the shadows there, I looked in the direction Ato was pointing, and what I saw was... Oh, no. Did they take his power? A blackened, mummified corpse lying on the ground. Of course, it wasn't the body of the commander we just fought, but a different one altogether. What the? Don't tell me. Is this Ema? I don't think it's Ema. I think it's someone else. I think it could be the leader chick from the beginning of the game who left the party. I don't think it's Ema. I feel like that's too straightforward. What? I wonder if that was the case too, so I investigated. But actually, this appears to be a woman's body. Yep. Okay. What? It's a woman. This mummy must be...
Yes, it's the remains of our prisoner.
Does it have to be our prisoner? This mummy is a prisoner's body? Why can't it be... Why can't it be that chick from before? But why? Why is she like this? Someone absorbed her hemoanima, like Nozomi did to the commander earlier. Someone would be another commander, most likely. I can't imagine who else would want to do this.
Maybe she got into a fight, or was betrayed by another invader. She might even have been punished for allowing herself to be captured. Whatever the reason, they killed her and stole her power. And this is the end result.
So cruel, though. How could they do this to one of their own? Damn, those bastards are rotten to the core. I always knew they were villains, but the invaders truly are evil incarnate. What about Ema? Wasn't he with her? I'm sorry. All I found was his body. I didn't see any sign of him. There are no other bodies like this around. Where is he? He was supposed to be with the prisoner. If he ain't here, he had to have been taken somewhere else. Somewhere else? I think so too. It seems highly probable, at least. Where? Where is he taken? We just don't know. I hate to say it, but we're back to square one. No. It's okay, Kako. There's no way we'll give up. Besides, if there were no other mummified bodies here, that must mean Ema is still alive. Right. They wouldn't go to the trouble of taking him away just to kill him. They still hope we can save him. Yeah, you're right. It's too early to despair. If he's not dead here, then he must be alive somewhere. So if we beat the invaders, I'm sure we'll see him again. Indeed, I doubt someone as obstinate as Sir Emo would die that easily. Maybe he learned their language and he's already talking his way out of trouble with them. If anyone could, it would be him. That's right. It is Ema, after all. I'm alright. I won't cry anymore. And I won't give up. I promised Ema that I would go on even without him. We'll still have a chance to save him. When that time comes, we'll definitely bring him home safe. How long are you gonna mope about this, man? I know you were crazy about that invader girl, but still. In the end, she was still our enemy. It never would have worked out for you two. That's right. She was the enemy. But I kind of felt sorry for her. Sorry. When she was in the cage, she'd always cry when night came. She wanted to go home so badly. That's what I thought when I saw her. She always cried when night came. That's actually probably a very important detail. Maybe she had some reason she had to go back, just like us. A reason to go back. We all have people we care about and want to see again. Maybe she was the same. What are you saying? Such tender feelings are surely alien to wicked monsters like them. That's why she surrendered to us, because she wanted to live. I thought, if I could learn to communicate with her, I might find out why.
And now, that wish will never come true. I never even got to learn how different we were. Or how alike.
You're still prattling on about that. The invaders trying to destroy humanity are evil. Therefore, we, humanity's defenders, are righteous. Every last thing about us is different. We are polar opposites. Evil does not need our sympathy. Please, Kyoshika, calm down. She's right. That's exactly right. I'm sorry. I was being overly sentimental. It's the prisoner's fault that Ima's been kidnapped. How could I sympathize with her? I'm sorry for being such a stupid, creepy trash bag of a human being. Shoma, we know Ima isn't here, so there's no reason to stick around anymore. Everyone's probably worried about us. We should go back to the academy for now. We never found Ima, so they're probably going to say it was a waste of a trip. But even if it's not their main headquarters, I think it's a good thing we took down an invader base. If we left it alone, all the invader station here would have attacked the school eventually. Yeah, that alone made it worth doing this. Even discounting that argument, this trip hadn't been a complete waste of time. It was unfortunate that we couldn't find Ima, but we'd successfully suppressed Nozomi's rejection symptoms. That was a big win for us. Let's go. Back to our friends at Last Defense Academy. Yeah, I mean, there's the suppression of the rejection symptoms, and then also finding the mummified body. I feel like those are two big wins. And so, those of us who entered the invader base confirmed the absence of Ima and the death of our captured commander. We decided to return to Last Defense Academy and plan our next move. The hours ticked by as we rode along the bumpy roads in the school bus. By the time we finally returned to the school, it was already dark. As we stopped in the parking lot and exited the school bus. Welcome back, guys. Glad to see you're okay. Yeah, looks like everything's good here, too. Obviously, we wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't. Another peaceful day free of haters. It was painfully boring. So where's Ima? I don't see him anywhere. Oh, well, about that. He wasn't at the base. Huh? He wasn't? We searched from corner to corner, but we didn't find him. We think he's been taken someplace else. And the prisoner? We found her, but she was dead. Already turned into a blackened mummy. What? A mummy? We think she was killed by all her allies. Lucky girl. I wish we were killing each other right now. So you're saying you didn't achieve anything at all? Hell no. We crushed their base. All the invaders there got wiped out. Cutting down their forces that much is a big achievement. Well, whatever. Let's just say you're right. More importantly, do we know where Ima was taken? Not yet, but we're certain he's still alive.
Hey!
Which means we still have a chance to get him back. Yes, I'm not giving up. I'll never give up. That's right. We'll get Ima back for sure. By the way, Nozomi, you're looking a lot healthier. Are you feeling better now? Yes. I must have recovered during our journey to the base. Sorry for worrying you. It's pretty late. Do you guys mind if we save the details for tomorrow? Good point. I'm exhausted. Have it your way. Consider yourselves dismissed for today. The impromptu meeting broke up, and we dragged our tired bodies back to our rooms. Phew, I'm beat. Back in my room, I fell onto my bed. Guess I'll sleep for now, after regain at least a little stamina. I took everything I had just to mumble those words to myself. I closed my eyes, still slumped haphazardly on top of the covers. I immediately fell into a deep sleep.
Get ready for your 74th day of prepare to spend. Be ready to give your life.
Same old, same old. I woke up to the morning announcement and slowly got out of bed. Phew. I'd slept like a log, but my body hadn't fully recovered from yesterday's exhaustion yet. Today's day 74, huh? Only 26 days left. It's do or die now. There's no time to relax. For now, I need to consult with everyone about our plans, including what to do about Ima. Nagamu's out there. Finally, everyone's here. Let's pick up where we left off yesterday. Tell us in detail what happened. Yeah, of course. Well, I told everyone the full story of what we'd experienced at the enemy base. Huh. So we had to fight over there after all. Must have been tough. Seriously though, how are we gonna get Ima back now? It's a problem, alright. We don't have any leads to tell us where to start looking. Even if we don't go looking for him, it's possible the enemy might bring Ima to us. What do you mean? The invaders are going to use him. I bet that's why they took him in the first place. Use him? How? Not like they did with Moko. Nah, all of the commanders have different powers. I don't think any of the others have that copy ability. My guess is they'll use some other approach. No idea what it'll be yet, though. Maybe they'll turn him into a hideous monster, and he'll come crawling back, begging to be put out of his misery. That happens. Stop that! You're scaring Kako. But if the enemy is going to use Ima in some way, that might be our best chance to take him back. Yes, we'll turn it around and use their plan against them. I won't let things play out like they did with Moko. This time, we won't lose anyone. Yeah, whatever slimy tactic they come at us with, we just gotta strike back at them even harder. At any rate, there's no moves for us to make right now. We'll just have to carry on like normal. I don't believe that. I don't believe that they'll bring Ima here. Because what we could do is we could just kill them, right? And like, this area is different from like if you had a hostage, because we can kill our hostage. If they bring Ima into the school grounds, if Ima dies, he gets resurrected, and resurrected back at the school, and not in the invaders' like clutches. So, I don't know. There's gotta be a catch. Anyway, there's no moves for us to make right now. I mean, they could defend. What they could do is they could defend against like any attacks. They could do something like that. I don't know. At any rate, there's no moves for us to make right now. We'll just have to carry on like normal for now. Kako, are you okay with that? Did she say now twice? Yeah. Honestly, I'd prefer to go looking for Ima right now, but we have no idea where he is. If we don't protect the academy, he won't have a place to come back to. So I'm going to focus on getting stronger and preparing for a chance to save him. I'll work harder and harder, and get stronger and stronger. Lady Kako. Who threw tear gas in here? The smoke is getting in my eyes. It ain't me. That's right. All we can do now is wait. Our chance is sure to come eventually. The thing that worries me the most is how invaders intend to use Ima. It might be something none of us could even imagine. Hey, Takumi. Huh? I looked up at the sound of Nozomi's voice to see her staring at me. There's something I want to talk to you about. If it's not any inconvenience, could I come to your room later? My room? Yeah, that's fine. Good. I'll see you later then. With a shy smile, Nozomi wandered off. Well, it looks like our discussion is done here, so we're gonna take off for now. Going already? You didn't even eat! Is it too unpleasant to be in the same room as me? No, I just don't have much of an appetite today. There's also a little something I want to check out in the library. With that, Eito left the cafeteria. I'm done eating too. I'm going to go train. Kako devoured her breakfast in no time at all, rushing out of the door right after. I'm gonna go eat in the bio lab. I'm in the middle of developing some interesting medication. Look forward to seeing the results. Yeah, Yugamu stood up from his seat and left. Wow, what kind of interesting medication does he mean? Maybe something for an upset tummy. That's just regular medication.
Hey!
Guess I'll go work out. You guys should stop dicking around and get pumped. We must not fall behind Holy Jumanji's sword. We're going to train. And I guess I'll go to the garage. I have to clean up the prisoner's cage. I'll be going too. Everyone left the cafeteria, one after another. They must all have a lot on their minds right now. You paupers should work hard and sweat hard. I'm going to enjoy a nice refined tea party. Alone. Seeing everyone working so hard is making me feel bleaker and bleaker. Takumi, you're such a horrible loser. You should just die. Look, you're crying again. I finished my breakfast and went back to my room to prepare myself for our next battle. Okay, I can't just sit around and relax, but first... That must be her. I opened the door, and as expected, Nozomi was standing there.
Hmm.
Sorry to come by like this. Is now a good time? Yeah, no problem. Come in. Thank you. You said you had something you wanted to talk to me about?
Before that, I should get one thing off my chest. Takumi, thank you so much.
Nozomi bowed her head deeply. It's fine. It's embarrassing when you say it like that.
Huh?
More importantly, are you feeling better now? She finally raised her head. Yes, I'm fine now. Thanks to you, I'm in perfect shape again. I was skeptical about absorbing cryptoglobin would actually stop the rejection symptoms, but I haven't had any problems since then. I still can't use hemoanima like everyone else, though. Well, it's just good that we managed to stop the symptoms. I've been thinking. I want to tell you the truth, Takumi. Huh? You've helped me so much. I can't keep this a secret anymore. You saved my life, so I'm going to trust you and tell you everything. What I know, what I've been hiding, what separates me from the rest of you. Will you hear me out? Of course. Go on, I'm all ears. Okay, but I want you to keep everything I'm about to tell you a secret from the others. At least until we make it to day 100. That's fine. That's why you wanted to meet in my room, right? It's just the two of us here. We won't have to worry about anyone else over here. It'll all be okay. I'll keep it a secret. I promise. Okay, thank you. And with that, Nozomi started to tell the story, little by little.
I told you some of this earlier, but unlike everyone else, I came to Last Defense Academy of my own volition.
Yeah, I know that part already.
I did it to fulfill the dream my mother and I shared, but also to get revenge for my mom.
Revenge?
My home environment was a little unusual. My father died in a car accident when I was little, and my mom was so busy with work she was almost never home. I was always alone, except when Mom would come home during breaks. She told me a lot about her research. She was so obsessed with it. I don't think she had anything else to talk about. She'd say it was just between us, and tell me about all of the things she'd learned, about how world death devastated the Earth's surface, and how the Tokyo residential complex was an underground shelter. Even that humanity was doomed to extinction at the rate things were going. I heard it all from my mom.
So you knew all those secrets from a young age?
Yes. At the time, those secrets were one of the few connections I had with her. It was still frightening, though. I cried the first time I heard about it.
Then, I didn't really understand what kind of work my mom was doing. But as I got older, I started to get a better idea. My mom was a researcher working at Kamakura General Hospital. She was involved in a project to save humanity.
She was so absorbed in the project that she'd forget to eat and sleep. To her, it was a mission she poured her entire life into. She'd always tell me she was going to make the project a success and save mankind. And that even though this meant I'd be lonely, we had to do what we could. Together.
In the upper grades of elementary school, my mom suddenly came to me with a serious look on her face. She said she wanted me to work with her to make the project a success. By work with her, she meant she'd reach a crucial stage in her research that would make or break the project. After a series of failures, upper management refused to give her permission to perform more experiments, preventing her from progressing any further. That's when she asked me if I would help her with her research. She was asking you to be a test subject? It sounds horrible, doesn't it? But when she asked me, I was happy.
I was so proud of my mother. She was a heroine to me, working to save humanity without anyone knowing about it. And I was happy that I could be of use to her. I thought, if I helped out with her research, we would get more time together. If you said I'd been brainwashed, it would be kind of true.
Then, on a day when the other workers were off, I went with my mom to Kamakura General Hospital.
I helped with her research as a test subject.
And that was the experiment. To transfuse cryptoglobin into you.
It seems like she regretted what she was doing. She apologized and cried a lot.
But I actually had a good time at the hospital. I'd often explore the hospital alone and give my mom a headache. But I don't remember too much from that time. I guess because the rejection symptoms were so rough. That must have been hard for you.
Uh,
Not so much. It didn't really get bad until after that. After that,
uh,
the cryptoglobin transfusion experiments kept failing, and I kept experiencing rejection symptoms. Even so, the research progressed little by little, and then, just after I started high school, my mother committed suicide. Suicide?
In her note to me, which I found after her death, she wrote down some of her research, but upper management didn't really tell her all that much. She didn't know how cryptoglobin came to be created. All she'd been ordered to do was find a way to transfuse it without causing rejection symptoms. She'd been told that if she succeeded at that, she'd be able to save humanity from world death.
How would cryptoglobin save humanity?
According to her suicide note, there were enemies of mankind trying to prevent humanity from surviving world death. My mom was told this power was needed to eliminate those enemies.
Ah,
Are they talking about the invaders? Is that the battle we're involved in now?
Hmm.
I think so. But she didn't include anything more in it. What if we're the baddies? What if the enemies of mankind are the people who are defending Last Defense Academy? I know it sounds crazy. But what if? Enemies of mankind, huh? The invaders were created in order to advance world death. They're basically the personification of world death itself. Will that still hold up as true?
ah.
But why did she take her own life? Was it because the research wasn't going well?
Uh,
No, our experiment was advancing slowly but surely. The rejection symptoms were lessening, and if we had time to do more, I'm certain we could have pulled off a flawless transfusion. Mom and I were both convinced we could, but at one point, she got a notice from upper management. She was ordered to stop her research. Huh? Why? They never told her the reason. They just said cryptoglobin transfusions were no longer required. Just like that, the research my mom had poured her life into was unceremoniously brought to an end.
And she blamed herself for being unable to succeed with her research, for bringing her daughter into it, only to get no results. I think that guilt is what drove her to suicide.
So that's what happened.
Mm,
When Mom died, the first thing I felt wasn't sadness, but anger. Anger? Anger at upper management who abruptly dropped her research. And anger at my mom for giving up and taking her own life despite how important she insisted the mission was. I've been going on for a while. I'm sorry. Are you tired of listening? Should we take a little break? I'm fine. If you're okay, can you tell me the rest? Yeah, of course. After my mother's suicide, I snuck into Kamakura General Hospital a few times.
I wanted to know why management cut her off. And while I was looking into it, I learned about you and the others. I found information saying a special defense unit of youths with the power of cryptoglobin had been formed.
Okay, so the people who were doing the experiments knew about the special defense unit. So, So, I don't know.
And that was us.
Maybe another researcher succeeded at the transfusion. Or maybe you had unique qualities that prevented rejection. Whatever the reason, you were all successes. So, my mom and I were no longer necessary.
I don't have any memory of receiving a transfusion. When would we actually have had it done? When I first fought in the Tokyo residential complex to protect Karuwa, I could already use hemoanima. In that case, was it before then? I looked into it, and it turned out the goal of the Special Defense Unit was to eliminate the enemies of mankind and save humanity. It was just like Mom said. When I found that out, I started thinking, if I joined the Special Defense Unit and helped save humanity, I could redeem my mother to the people who cut off her research. I could prove what my mom and I had done wasn't meaningless. And that's why you decided to come here? But how did you get here? Did you find out where Last Defense Academy was during your search? No, I didn't even know this place existed until I got here. The last time I snuck into Kamakura General Hospital, I just happened to find you guys. You found us?
Everyone was sleeping inside of these weird machines. As soon as I saw you, I knew you had to be the members of the Special Defense Unit, the youths with the power of cryptoglobin. I found you just as you were about to be sent off somewhere. I figured you were going to fight against those enemies of mankind I'd heard about. It was an all-or-nothing gamble, but I went inside one of the empty machines.
Huh. Next thing I knew, I'd arrived at second to last Defense Academy. These machines. They must have been those capsules in that weird classroom, right? So we're all put inside those and sent here from Kamakura General Hospital? Yes, I think they stopped working because they'd fully served their purpose. That makes sense. I've gotta say, going through all of that to get here was really reckless of you. Even I never imagined that things would work out so well. So how did we get from the capsules to the classroom? We were all sitting in a classroom when we first woke up. So how does that make sense? Who put us there? There's something that doesn't add up from when we get transported to Last Defense Academy to when we woke up in the classrooms. But now that I made it here, I wonder if I feel the dream that my mom and I share. I'll fight the enemies of mankind. And when humanity has been saved, I'll go to my mom's grave. And I'll proudly tell her about what we achieved here. I see. So that's why you have such strong determination to fight. Actually, I'm surprised you guys were kept in the dark for so long. I never imagined you wouldn't even know about Cryptoglobin. That's why I couldn't tell you about my past. What do you mean? At first, you all resented being brought here, seeing as no one told you anything. If only one of us knew the circumstances, the other would inevitably be suspicious. And then if everyone found out my mother was a researcher, they might have even suspected me of being behind all of this. So that's why you decided to hide it. I couldn't let myself get kicked out due to suspicion after everything I've done to get here. But it was painful to keep it from everyone, because I felt like I was being deceptive. But didn't Nagao notice that you'd snuck in? I don't really know why, but he didn't seem to notice. He didn't seem to notice, huh? Yeah. So, if Nagao didn't know... If Nagao didn't know, it makes me feel like he wasn't in with the researcher's plan, potentially meaning that they were taken during transport. I don't know. He just provided me, even when he found out I couldn't use Hemoanima properly, he just provided me with a special combat suit. When things like this happen, and that's the artificial class armor you use, things probably wouldn't have been different if I'd met Serie first, but Nagao was really nonchalant about all of it. I still don't understand why no one told us any of this. I don't even remember receiving a Cryptoglobin transfusion. All I know is that when the Tokyo Residential Complex got attacked, I was suddenly able to use this mysterious power. Oh, about that. I haven't been able to ask about until now, but did the complex really get attacked? I never heard anything about that. Huh? You didn't? How is it possible? The whole place was in chaos. Everyone else experienced it. How could you not? I know. That's why it's so strange. I wonder why I didn't notice. Wait, maybe it's not a case of noticing or not. Is parallel worlds actually a possibility? It literally feels like she's from a different timeline. Maybe she just forgot it, like how we forgot about our transfusions. I may have gone on a tangent there, but that's the end of my story. This is really everything. I've told you everything about me now, Takumi. I see. I'm still shocked and confused, but anyway. Thank you for telling me. Not at all. I feel relieved to get it off my chest.
It may be a coincidence that I met you all here, but I think of everyone as good friends now. I really love all of you. It pains me to keep hiding things from the others, but I still want to fight as a part of this team.
Well, it's not like you're lying, per se, or even being deceitful, really. We have 26 days left. You can tell them the truth when it's over. When we've saved humanity and gotten our happy ending, they'll forgive you for being a little secretive.
Yeah, I hope so.
Anyway, no matter how many unsolved mysteries there are, it's all coming to an end in 26 days. Cryptoglobin, the invaders, world death, saving humanity, even the problems with our memories. None of that really matters. Not if things end happily. Let's keep protecting the school until day 100. We'll all work together to make it happen.
Hell yeah.
We'll be fine. It's weird, but I have a feeling it'll be okay.
Yeah. For sure.
Ever since I accepted that Nozomi and Karua are different people, I feel like I've been able to bond with Nozomi. I'm really happy that we can trust each other as allies in battle. I'm going to save humanity with her and get back to Tokyo Residential Complex. Then I can return to my peaceful life. Phew. After talking so much, I'm thirsty. Takumi, how about we have some tea in the cafeteria? Sure, I'm parched. Nozomi and I left my room and spent some time chatting over tea in the cafeteria. Eventually, we parted ways, and I once again returned to my room. Nozomi's story was shocking, but it really helped me organize my thoughts. At any rate, instead of racking my brain over things I don't understand, I'm going to concentrate on defending this place for the remaining 26 days. Then everything will come to a happy end. I'll do whatever it takes to get us there. I decided to stop running around for the day and spend some quiet time in my room, so I ended my 74th day at Last Defense Academy. Alright. I will pause it here, and we'll pick it up next time. Until then, my friends, I'll see you later.